1 2. Test the mic. 1 check. Mic check. 1 2. Test the mic. 1 2. Make sure. Mic check. Test the mic. 2. Make sure. All right, great. Mic check. Our microphone is great. Wonderful. 2. Make sure. Welcome to Voice of SINOE here, guys. Wonderful day, another day to have another conversation with you. All right, so here we'll do a quick entertainment here. With the show is quite time bound today, so we'll have a strict time restriction here. So we'll go into that. I'll be right back.
la. Yaire, 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 mira kuya yeluga o. Yaire, 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 playa de la no yeluga o. Si querer amagano, si querer amagano. Yaire kio, si querer amagano. Le hice va de dino mere amagano. Si querer amagano. Yaire kio amagano. Playa de dino mere amagano. Si querer amagano.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Voice of SINOE in the Diaspora with Doc SARPO there. Tu sais pas encore. All right, welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen. Wonderful day in Pennsylvania. Weather a little chilly out here. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you find yourself around the world. Welcome to the Voice of SINOE in the Diaspora with Esoteric. All right, so we have time, again, like I said, time-bound show today. It's strictly restricted because of time constraint. And so we'll have not a lot of preliminary today. We'll go straight into what we have to discuss today. All right, so when you are just getting on, please hit the share link for me. And that's all you have to do, and relax and enjoy the Voice of SINOE. All right, so to begin the show here, we want to deal with this first. Assuaging the ire of the esteemed elder with genuine apologies. Okay? Assuage, when you assuage somebody, somebody is angry, or you did something against somebody and the person is frustrated by your action. And so in order to assuage the person, you have to do something. So if you have a baby, for example, and the baby is crying, you either assuage the baby by giving the baby food or try to figure out maybe the baby diaper is wet, so you assuage the baby to, basically another word for that is to placate or to pacify. Another B word we call it to propitiate. All right, so my first talking point is to assuage the ire. Okay, the ire is just a fancy word for anger when you vex you. So the ire, the anger, okay? So assuaging the ire of the esteemed elder with genuine apologies, okay? I selected my words carefully. I didn't say, semi-genuine. I said genuine. I mean what I'm about to say from the bottom of my heart, okay? Now, our prior show, let me say this first. I think it's a thing called Ray Higgins, or Dr. Ray Higgins, who said the mind, the human mind, okay, the mind cannot think what it doesn't know. All right, the mind cannot think what it doesn't know. I cannot speak or I cannot talk about something that I do not know. I can only talk of things that I know of, that I have evidence that I have observed. Okay, I speak to two things in that regard. That's how at least I operate. And so our last show bans somebody who is under the tutelage. If you follow up the show, by now you know that word. I always use that word. I am under the tutelage of the elders and the ancestors. Like the thinker Socrates, I do not claim to know it. I know that I don't know. And therefore, I seek to know by asking the tough question, by talking to the wise ones, the elders, the young, those that know, because I don't know, so I want to know. And therefore, I seek to know by asking provocative questions, by asking the hard questions, by provoking you to elicit that which is in you. And so a live show, we came on here and we spoke to they initiated the effort initiated by President Francois Myers from her statement during the funeral ceremony of our son Tico Suah. The president made a call and said we should use the death of Tico to unite the community because the young man was pro-peace, and which I agree with. And so the call made by the president was buttressed by the board chair of the Green Court Judicial Association in Minnesota, Madam Ross, at the residence of our esteemed elder Amos Reverend Suah. Initially, I was home. I covered the program from Friday to Saturday. And so I was tired. So Sunday, I was home. I was home sitting. I was so exhausted standing. You know, I'm an old man. I'm not a young man. So standing for 2 days in a row, it was exhausting for me. So I was home. And so my mother called me multiple times and said, Sayapode, you have to come and complete the work you started. This, the death of Tico. Tico is your brother, and the elder Reverend Suah is your father. And you did a magnificent work. You have to come over to complete it. A lot of things are going on here. And so based on the call of my mother, I went there. I didn't start the program, the activities from the beginning. I got there nearly maybe 4 or almost 5 o'clock when I got there. And so by the time I got there, a lot of the things had already happened. I didn't know what went on. I didn't know that the elder came out to kill a cow. Okay, I didn't know at all. And so what I knew was the chairman of the board of directors of the Green Court Judicial Association, Madam Kamala Ross, she asked me and said, where's President Myers? Is she not coming? I said, I don't know. I haven't spoken with her since day. And she said, okay, I want to talk to her. Hopefully she will get here. And so luckily, President Francis, maybe an hour or so, the president came with an entourage. And so Madam Ross says, since the president is here, I have made this speech multiple times, but I have to reiterate. I have to repeat it because it's important. The leader of the union is now here. And she is the one that spoke in the church, and her message resonated with me. So I have to say something directly while she is here. And so she woke up and said, Madam President, in keeping with your splendid call, and in keeping with what you said, other people, you were not here, a lot of things happened. Your vice president, Mr. William Manning, killed a cow. And then somebody also said, oh, he also pledged $1,500. All right. And that's the portion of that speech I heard. She said, the national vice president, Mr. William Manning, killed cow. So that's good. So that was recorded. I came home, and my show before the show, the last show I had, and I expressed my frustration. But again, the mind cannot think what it doesn't know. I didn't know that the elder killed a cow. And so I spoke in the context of the national vice president. Mr. Manning is the community leader. And so when he says something, that whatever he says is subject to scrutinization by those of us in the media. And so it's within that framework I spoke. I didn't know at all my father spoke. And so I said something, again, I am under the tutelage of the elders. I'm still learning the culture, the tradition, the mores of the SARPO nation. And so I said something that went against the cultural mores of the SARPO nation. And so the esteemed elder engendered the ire of the elder, my father. You see, biologically, my father, the man that brought me on earth, he's dead. But there are still people in my life that I consider father figures. And number one is Honorable Matthew Zaza, And the second one is Reverend Suah. And then I can add Reverend Nathaniel Gatti Swinion. And so there is no way, I said, there is no way on planet Earth Reverend Suah would say something, you would kill a cow, and I would say, why don't you kill a dog too? There is no way I'm going to say I say that to him. And that is abominable in our land. I wouldn't do such thing. So with sincerity in my heart, with contrition, I have come to the most venerable elder to forgive your son. I apologize sincerely from the bottom of my heart. I'm sorry for breaching such venerated cultural practice or tradition. I don't mean to do that. I don't mean to do so. I don't mean to disrespect. My job here, I am the representative of the elders, the ancestors. And so the representative of the elders and the ancestor cannot be the same person to disrespect them. I cannot do such thing. The community organization is a non-for-profit organization. But for some reason, we are spoken ad infinitum. We are spoken over and again not to politicize the organization, and the people carry in the political auditorium. And so because of that, is from that perspective, since Mr. Mane was a political, he has been perceived, or the leaders have been perceived from the political angle. And so I expressed my frustration. And because, why was I frustrated? I was frustrated because when we went to Florida, the General Assembly, according to the Constitution, is the highest decision-making body of the organization. And Mr. Mane Ben, the second man in command to Madam Frances Myers, they gave us a mandate in conjunction with the board of directors. The General Assembly said, go ye in the word and retrieve our assets from the prior administration. That was clear. Go and get our assets from the people legally. They didn't say it's through supplication. No, they didn't say we should go and beg. They did not say go and kill cow to retrieve our asset. No, they said go and retrieve our asset by any means necessary legally. Okay? And so the first step, they said we should write a communication to the prior administration to turn over all the assets. And we did that communication, the evidence right here in my office. They didn't listen. And so we initiated a lawsuit to retrieve our asset in keeping with the mandate of the General Assembly. And so for the vice president to come and kill cow again, I didn't understand the context in which he killed the cow. And so that's why I said the mind cannot think what it doesn't know. All right? He killed the cow in a different context. And so I sincerely apologize. The context in which he killed the cow was the Reverend, our esteemed elder, Reverend Suah. The people said they want to call his head. They want to take in the Minnesota the family to call his head. And so the elder, as I was told after I made my show, the elder said, saying you guys want to kill cow. And the national president expressed the concern, or the court, he made a call that we should use the death of my son to unite the community. I killed a cow. I didn't know that. That's something rational and that I would not go against. And so, elder, whatever your son may have said, I retract that sincerely. I'm going to make time to also come to the house and kneel before the elder for forgiveness. I wouldn't disrespect you in that faction. I'm sincerely sorry. For the elder, the reason this is important and it calls my attention is because Reverend Suah, so father again to me, He is very humble. He brings, I mean, with all the education, with all the stature, the high stature he holds in the community or in the world at large, he brings himself down to us and talk to him. So that there is no way I can disrespect this man. No way. And so, Father, I'm sorry. Forgive your son. We are still learning. And so for the elder to have come publicly to write, that caused my attention. I said, no, this is serious. Because the elder doesn't come public easily. He doesn't write stuff. Of all the people that have disparaged, that have insulted the elder, he hasn't written a comment before. And so for him to come, for Dr. Ayopore to say something, for the elder to come public, it means a lot to me. It means a lot. It means that as a wise man, as a wise son of the land, the liberator of the people, the man who is honoring the elders, who is communicating with the ancestors, I have to do something about it, to talk to the elder. That caught my attention. What that shows also is that my words have some magnitude. And so I'm not an ordinary man. For the elder to come up to react, the elders, they don't come up easily. So for the elder to come up, that means my words got to be measured moving forward. Especially when I'm dealing with something that has to do with the elders and the culture of our people. I have to do some more research to understand the culture before I opine on certain things. I don't know the cultural implications surrounding dog, and later on I have to ask the wise people, my mother and other people, to give me the cultural context. Why is it that dog cannot be associated with anything? And so they give me the education. And so again, like Socrates, I know that I do not know, and therefore I seek to know. I sincerely apologize to the elder. Now, elder, I must also say this. Based on my little knowledge and the little knowledge I have and the knowledge that you guys are giving me so far, when I was a little boy in Vubadi, the elders, when something major happens, when they call them, that means they have a panacea. They are equitable people, in other words. So they come to look at that issue. They call everybody, every facet of the society up there with it. And so they call the final arbiters in the land to look at that issue. And so they will congregate under the kola tree. And then they will give the parables. They will give you analogies and stuff like that, wise people, to make their point, to explain things. They give you examples. And the reason they do that, they're trying to be fair, they're trying to be equitable, and that's why they do those things, to bring all the wise ones together. And Reverend Suah is one of the wise elders in the land. He's a wise man. But I think when you are the elder and you are the father of all, your retribution, the meting out of justice should not be skewed, should not be one-sided. And what I'm saying about this, I'm saying it with respect to all due respect to the elder. Again, my job is to take the justice, the counsel of justice, to liberate our people, to be fair to all and sundry, whether elders or not elders. And so in as much as I want the elders and everybody else to hold me accountable for what I say and do, the antithesis is also true. Because I think it was Neil Boyd, one of the thinkers of science, he said, every word I say or I utter should not be taken as an affirmation, but as a question. In other words, whatever I say should be questioned. And in the SARPO culture, we do not question the elders. We can only express our frustration and maybe ask some questions. And so that's what I'm about. I'm about to ask some questions. I'm not trying to critique the elder. Again, I sincerely apologize for the infraction, for what I did inadvertently to the elder. I didn't mean to say whatever I said. But you see, again, the elders are the just ones. They are the fair ones in the land. They meet our justice. And so I have followed the history of the community. I have looked east, west, south, north, right, left, everywhere. And I've saw many people. That SIOPO there is the one who defends the elders, the women, and everyone else. When people insult the elder or elders, that SIOPO there is the one that comes up here to defend and say, no, that is abominable. You can't do that to the elder. I speak against it. And I can give you several instances. Samuel Shebwe insulted our most venerable elder. He did that before many times. Samuel Shebwe did not only insult Reverend Suah many times, he also insulted another venerable elder, Honorable Matthew Zaza, many times. I mean, he insulted our queens, our mothers, Mother Mabel City, others, Manja Smith, our vice president who was sick. They will put a picture on Facebook and those things. Our queen, okay, all the women in the land, from my perspective, from my cultural upbringing, all the women are considered queens in the SARPO land or in the African culture. So one of our queens, Miss Lisa Farley, she went ballistic on Elder John Blah, insulted the elder. We came here and apologize on behalf of the young lady and said, no, what you are doing is wrong. You can't do it in our land, whether we are in Australian land or not. We spoke to that. So I'm giving you the instance to let you know. I was asking why the elder did not rebuke the people, why he didn't write a statement on Facebook, why only dark side you put there. And I was puzzled. Why? Is that selective justice? I don't know for sure from what perspective. But again, maybe my infraction was more egregious than what the other people did. So say, oh, don't kill the dog. I mean, why you didn't kill the dog? Maybe it's far culturally has a greater implication, maybe. And that's why those that came on Facebook and deliberately, without embellishing their words and strictly insulted our elders, our mothers, our sisters, and they were not rebuked by the elder. And so I just personally, I'm asking again. We cannot critique the elders. We can ask questions. Why only dark side you put it was brought to the public glare by the elder? Why? And that's it. I'm just asking. That's all. I think it's fair to ask. If it is wrong to ask, elder, I apologize. But I'm just asking. I'm just asking. Again, I understand I was wrong. I mean, in the your grieving period, the period of your grief, you know, I should not have said what I said. And I sincerely apologize to you and your wife and everybody who was affected by my statement. But I was just asking questions. Why Samuel Shebwe went with impunity? Why Lisa Farley went with impunity? And all those that insulted other protocol and the rest of the guys, why did they go with impunity? Or is it because I am the representative of the elders and the ancestor, and that's why I was punished? I was brought to the public glare by the elder? Could be. Maybe we are not on the same title. I understand that. I understand that. I understand that. But again, elders, I'm not here to critique you. I'm sincerely sorry. And let bygone be bygone. In the tradition, when we run the elder, we have to purchase a cola nut. And so whatever propitiation, elder, that is required to meet the cultural requirement, I'm willing to do so. I'm willing to do so. We'll find time to come over to physically apologize to you and your wife. Now, we must switch gear this time. We have time constraint. We have time constraint here. Let's get to something else. Let's get to something. We want to leave SINOE County for a little bit here. We want to leave SINOE County here for a second. The development of BOMI County hinges on the election of the Hubbard-MASSAQUOI ticket. Okay, that's how you put that. I'm ubiquitous. I'm all over. And so we have our son. He is now our son. I will say that. He's a son of Africa. He's a son of Liberia. And so he's our son. And now he is a member of the United SARPO Association, Jerry MASSAQUOI. Jerry MASSAQUOI is a very nice young man. I have known him for over a year plus now. And when I meet people, I kind of, again, being under the tutelage of the elders, I'm a wise man. And so I try to look for wise people. Yeah, to gather more, to glean more knowledge. And so Jerry MASSAQUOI is a wise young man. He's a good young man. He got good heart. The gentleman right here. You see, SINOE, like BOMI County and all the counties in Liberia, we have similar agenda. And that agenda is to develop our respective counties. And when that is done, when BOMI County is developed, when Nima County is developed, when Grand Gila is developed, when SINOE County is developed, when Lofa County is developed, when Montserrat is developed, we can say Liberia is developed. And so Jerry MASSAQUOI and his presidential standard bearer, Madam Dr. Sumo Herbert, hopefully I'm calling out the name right. If I butcher, I apologize. So MASSAQUOI is running to be the vice president of the BOMI County Association in Americas. And I thought that's a good move. He's a very decent young man. He has knowledge. He's educated. He has the records skills to develop BOMI County. And so I want to say one or two words about Jerry MASSAQUOI. I don't know about the vice president or the president or the presidential candidate, but I have interacted with Jerry physically. I have gotten to know the brother. And again, he has good heart. And he has his not only good, he manifests that practically. He brings, because they say action speaks louder than words. So his good heart, he can be seen from his actions. And so, how do I know? Well, let me give you an example. Jerry being a man of good heart, the United SARPO Association, is in conflict right now. Jerry MASSAQUOI is one of the guys who has been in the vanguard to bringing peace to the union. He joined the group they call the concerned members of the union. And they haven't been successful, but they are still working to bring in the union together. And so if such a man with this mind, who is pro-peace, who is anti-disunity, if he is the vice president of the BOMI County Association, I can rest assured that BOMI County, the people will be in good hands. And again, when BOMI is in good hands, Liberia is in good hands. Jerry, in every contribution, everything that happens within our community, whether that death, whether that graduation, whether the ending celebration, every contribution that we have to make, Jerry contributes. So now he goes extra mile. And so this man is the man that we need. As we speak right now, Jerry has project teams going on in BOMI County. And so imagine when you elected your man together with Dr. Small, you have development in BOMI County. I was also told reliably that the presidential candidate is also doing a lot of things in the country. And so why don't you give the people the gavel? I'm calling on the people of BOMI County, the members of the BOMI County Association in Americas. The wise man of SINOE County is calling on you to elect the ticket of Dr. Small and Jerry MASSAQUOI. I gave you my words. When you elect the two people, you come back to Dr. Ayopo to thank me. This is a wonderful ticket, especially with Jerry MASSAQUOI on the ticket. Again, I haven't heard anything negative about the presidential candidate, the person at the top of the ticket, the lady. And Jerry has this sort of history too. I think he believes in gender equity. He supports women. And if you look at the history of Liberia and Africa and the world at large, women have been marginalized. And so Jerry is saying, you know, I don't mind who is at the top of the ticket. Once the person has good heart and they have the requisite skills, that's what we need. And this woman has the knowledge, the experience, the expertise. Why not be second to her to push the agenda? To make sure that those guys that have been there for years, the guys now, they are taking the organization as a political entity, the same way the SARPO Association has been politicized. And so Jerry MASSAQUOI and Manasumo, they are saying, no, the organization has to be depoliticized. It's not a political organization. It's a humanitarian organization, and so let it be used as such. And so they have, it's humanitarian, they are breaking development. So if you elect a ticket, rest assured, you will see massive development. I want development in BOMI, anywhere in Liberia. Take, for example, the United States, right? United States is booming. Why you think Mexico next door, the people from Mexico, they're coming over, right? They want jobs. So imagine BOMI counties are booming also. The surrounding counties, the people there, they will start to go into BOMI for green expansion. And when they get the resources where they're going to take it, they will either develop BOMI or they send it to their counties to develop. And Liberia will start to develop. And so let's get the right people in power. Jerry MASSAQUOI is a great guy. He has to be elected. And let not, I mean, the definition of calling to Einstein of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Those people that Jerry and Manasumo are going, those people, they see themselves as the alpha and the omega. They're using the organization as a political vehicle to seek power in Liberia. And that's not what the organization is for. And that's how other people are using our community organizations here. And Jerry MASSAQUOI and Manasumo, they're saying, no, we can't use the organization in this way because you want to run for senator or political position in Liberia. You come in here so you can use the organization to put it on your resume as a political means to get into power. Jerry said, no, we are distorting the purpose of the organization. Everything has a telos. Everything has a purpose. And so let's use the organization for which it was set up. Let elect Jerry. We're calling on the people of BOMI County Association in Americas. Elect the ticket of Jerry MASSAQUOI. I could say more about this brother, but again, I have time limit right now, so we'll stop there for now. Let's transition to something else. Let's transition to something else. Let me see a call coming in here. Hello, you're on the Voice of Sound. Who's this?
This is Jala. Honestly, how you doing?
Hey, Jala, I'm great. How are you?
Thank you. First of all, I want to say thank you for this show, but and I extend your apology to the old man. And, you know, but one thing that I will say here is the apology will be sincere when we, as elder, who who will stand on both sides and be the father for everybody. And I would like the honorable man to call on Shibba to disarm all his rhetoric, all the insult, and tell him to come on population page like this and apologize to everybody that he been insulting. Then it will be a sincere apology to something you have no idea of. We understand. And I send the apology that you don't know where you don't know the whole thing. And you said
you got another device on, so I'm getting feedback on the other side.
Oh, hold on 1 second. Hold on. Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, it's okay now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so for months and years, Shibba insulted the whole entire SARPO land. Not one of them ever wrote on Facebook or call his attention to put stop to what he's doing. But then when somebody else do it, then it will come public and disarm the person. It's not fair. We cannot hold on to it to say we respect the other people. But it will be fair to every one of us as a human being. If everybody and every adult, mothers and father give birth to the kids. So if you're going to stand as a father, you have to stand for everybody. You can't stand for one and leave the other one hanging. That is not a community. And that is not a right way to ask apology. That's not a right way to say you have been accepted. We have to stand for the truth and we have to speak the truth. People may like it and people may not like it. But I will say, I apologize and sorry for the words he think you use. But
no, he didn't think I used the words.
Okay,
yeah.
The word you use, but in other way, we eat dog too. There's people among the SARPO people who eat dog. That is the fact. And we all know that. So if Esther will go on people and insult women and other people, including him, Lisa Fowler will do the same thing publicly. But they all sat around here and said nothing. But to me, sincerely to God, I would say to Mr. Suah, I went after Esther for him. I've been knowing him since I was 3 years old. But his apologies that he requested for us is wrong. And I'm sorry to say, but I will speak the truth. He may not like it. He came the wrong time and asking for it and saying the wrong thing. And I'm sorry when he feels bad. I know it's not the best time to do this or to say this, but to where the truth belongs, we have to put it there. So, Mr. Suah, I'm very sorry if you feel bad, but modesty is not wrong. I know he's your son. We all are your children. But we have to treat others right. You have to treat them the same way you're going to treat the other. Shibba, just yesterday, day before yesterday, he was cussing my face outside again. I have not seen any post from you. So we have to keep this straight, and we have to look in the faces of people and tell them the truth. And don't be afraid. It could be your father. It could be your mother. But when your father is wrong, look in your father's face and say, Father, I love you, but you are wrong. So, my own father, my old man, my God, I know you greeted me. But Papa, the particular one here, you are wrong, and I'm sorry that I'm saying that word that you're wrong. But it is true. We were lucky. I would love for you to do the same thing to Shibba. Then we all will be able to apologize to whoever that we are insulted or whoever we are offended. But if you're going to go one-way street, then I'm sorry. Then we are not going the right way.
All right.
And the second thing before I let you go.
Yeah.
The vice president of the nation, who is the vice president to Madam CLARKE, he is not the president. He speaks when the president is not around. He's act as a president when the president is not around. He cannot continuously be doing things on his own. We are not trying here. If you want to get glory, He had to wait for his time. And if he don't like what I'm saying, I'm sorry, but it's the truth. If he wanted to kill cow or get somebody 1,500 for money that was taken, he should have the conversation. That people know what the 1,500 is for. We are not even getting the money yet, but he are paying 1,500 for what we don't know. So if he want to do this thing, he need to consult the president. And that's all I gotta say right now. Thank you for your show, and I appreciate it, my brother. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't stop. Don't make anybody make you stop. Don't stop. Keep doing what you're doing. You stand for the right thing. Don't be coward. And I'm telling you, my own brother.
All right, thank you, Jala. I'm running out of time. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So that's the opinion of Jala. Jala is my brother over there. I'm on record for disagreeing with my brother. You know, that's why I say the voice of SINOE is the voice of justice. I know when Manakala Sheba was insulting my own brother, my own friend, I refuted. I said, brother, that was wrong. I disagree with you and apologize to the lady, because we have to honor, respect our ladies and our elders. And as a matter of fact, by extension, everybody else. But you have to earn it though. Now, again, I think Jala will have to make something clear here. The vice president, again, that's why I say I should understand the context in which the cow was killed. The cow wasn't killed for or by the vice president to for the SARPO people to reconcile. It was his, I think he related to Mr. Suah and his wife, I think something to that effect. And since they are courting his uncle or family member here, and that's how he said, okay, I want to kill the cow, or I will donate 1,500. So, I mean, let's understand the issue better before we criticize. Had it not been within the context of the death of Tico and stuff like that, I mean, we'll be here and give you different perspective on it. But as is right now, the context, yeah, I think we took the retribution from the elder, but like we rightly say, I think it has to go across the board. You know, it has to go across. If somebody is wrong, let the elder, who is the final arbiter of justice, let the elder mete out justice equitably. All right, let me get to what I'm going to say. So now we have talked about the elder stuff, right? So I'm asking myself. No, this is not what I want to talk about first. Let me see what I want to do. All right, so that's fine. That's it. All right. So with respect to the ills, with respect to the ills in the SARPO community in the U.S., what should I do? I'm asking myself some questions. What should I do now that I have been denounced by the elder? What should I do? Should I keep quiet, quit, support FRANCESS or President Francis Clark Myers, former President GREENE, or maintain the neutral liberation campaign? With respect to the ills in the SARPO community, in the USA, what should I do? Should I keep quiet, quit, support President Francis Clark Myers, support former President GREENE, or maintain the neutral liberation campaign? Well, let me give you what I think. Let me give you what I think. If Francis Clark Myers is right, I'm going to support her. If she is wrong, we'll speak to whatever she is doing wrong. Similarly, when GREENE is wrong, we're going to say it. When he is right, we're going to come here and praise him. Should I keep quiet? The answer is, of course, hell no. I'm not going to keep quiet. Because if I keep quiet, then it means whatever wrong is going on, implicitly I support it. Quiet too is not a solution to any problem. And so I'm not going to keep quiet when I see things going wrong in my community. The elders gave me the mandate to liberate our people, to emancipate our people. And so I'm here on that campaign. And so my goal here, or what should I do? I will maintain the neutral liberation campaign. I'm here as the liberator. And so I will maintain the campaign to liberating our people from the mire of corruption, speculation, embezzlement, moral depravity, and you can name the rest of the words. I am here for equity or fairness to reign supreme in the land. When we generate resources, let it be used for the intended purpose. Some or few group of elements cannot confiscate our resources and use it for themselves. Or they say, you know what, we are the liberator, we are not going to listen to you. Whatever we decide, that's what we're going to do. You don't decide what we do with our resources. As a group, we have to agree. We have a framework put in place and say this group here or this group does this, the other group does this. And we'll follow the format we'll put in place. And I'm here to fight. Anything that is wrong, my brother James Yonte, you are not going to be left standing alone. We are in the fight together, even though our approaches are different. But we have the same goal. And I'm with you. Hold on, let me see. Hold on, I think somebody was calling, but hey. We have the same goal, brother. I'm with you in the fight. If I quit, I'm not only quitting on my community, I'm not quitting on SINOE County, I'm not quitting on Liberia, I'm quitting on myself. And so I cannot quit. The criticism from the elder is a way for me to grow, to improve. So I will see it from that perspective. I'm not going to quit. The criticism from people in the community that see me as the polarizer of the community, I will look at their criticism from a positive perspective and do that which is right and good for our people. We cannot be in the 21st century and people are building Nurses Quarter. They are not sending our children to school, and you want me to praise that. You cannot be building Palaver Hut in the 21st century where people are fighting. They are doing let's just say nanotechnology. People are going to space. They are inventing different set of iPhones, and you are building Palaver Hut. I'm not going to support that. I want the knowledge base of my population, of our fellow citizens, the people to be empowered academically. Give the people knowledge. The reason why the leaders, or some of the reasons, or one of the reasons why the leaders in Liberia or in Africa as a whole, they are playing on the people is because of the level of education of the people. They feel that the people are not educated, so they manipulate the population. And that's why when wars, they bring wars, they fool the people, and the people follow them, and they kill each other. When the people are educated, and you have Wall Street in Liberia, you have Silicon Valley in Lofa County, you have the other area in Nima County or SINOE County. People get a law firms, they get a pharmacy, they get all these things. They will follow anybody who wants to fight war. But the people do not want to empower the people with knowledge so they can use them. They want to use the people. And so they don't empower the people. And so my goal here is for us to liberate. I always say that a country that has less than 5 or 6 million people, and it's been around for 173 years, and you don't have 80% of the people formally educated. And then the man who is in the land of education, who calls himself leader of the people. You're using money instead of building schools and building libraries, putting books for our children to read, getting technological facilities all over the place for children to be equipped. And the man say, I'm building Palaver Hut, I'm building Nurses Quarter. And then they want me to be quiet. No, I want you to be sophisticated, you the people. Because when Greene goes to SINOE, he say, we the sophisticated people. Why do you think he says that? Because he's from the sophisticated country, he went to school, and so he's the sophisticated. I want you to be sophisticated too. And so the man should not go build Palaver Hut for you. No, you shouldn't go build Nurses Quarter. Our people don't sleep in that. They don't get medication in any of that. They don't go get knowledge anywhere. And you build a Nurses Quarter without my consent too at that rate. All right. So moving forward, our campaign to liberating our community in SINOE County continues. We are not going to quit because quitters don't win. We are winners. And when I say we, I'm talking about all of us. It's not just Dax Ayopode. Because when SINOE County wins, Liberia wins. When Grand Judah wins, Liberia wins. When Lofa County wins, Liberia wins. And so I want us to win. And I'm in the fight. We are there. Jane Yonte and others that are behind the scene are supporting us. We are not going to give up. We are in the fight together. Nobody is going to hijack our organization. And then they go and say, oh, no. If you don't want chair, then don't do the wrong thing. If you don't want Dr. Ayopo and Jim Yonte and others to talk, then do the right thing. So rest assured, we are not quitting. We are in the game together. We want to succeed together. We don't want to fall together. The guy wants us to fall. And we are not going to fall. That's what Green wants to do. And so that's what I think. With respect to the ills in the SARPO community in the U.S., Dr. Ayopo is not going to quit. He's not going to keep quiet. He's not going to support one side. When it is fair, I will support it. When I have the evidence, I will talk about it. That's what I'm going to do. So I maintain the neutral liberation campaign, the campaign for fairness, for justice, for equality, for the economic liberation of our people. Our people been in poverty for years. Since 1847, people are still using copper in Liberia. So when they still using firewood in Liberia, and somebody telling me they're going to build Palaver Hall and be jubilating, and when I see the people, when you go see the facility, massive building, the people building here, they're doing different things. And somebody building that's a quarter over there, and somebody wants me in the most advanced country in the world. Then they want me to come go jubilate over Nessie Quarter where when I go on campus, I'll see my school auditorium along with more than the whole SINOE County. I'll be jubilating over the thing. Eh? No, that's mediocrity. I can't subscribe to mediocrity. I want excellence for my people. I want the best for myself and my people. And so I'm not going to subscribe to the Nessie Quarter thing, what the people there on. No. All right, let's switch something else. Time. It's it's our enemy today. And so that leads to what I oppose the illegal and needless construction of Nessus quarters, town halls, and Palaver Hut by Green GELEO. All right. I think I went into that topic already. We have to make SINOE County relevant. And we don't make SINOE County relevant by building Nessus quarters, Palaver halls, and all the things. Nessus quarter, no. That's not how we make SINOE County relevant. The small country in the Middle East, they call Israel. It's not powerful because they got Nessus quarters all over the place. No. We are not referencing countries like Rwanda and Botswana in Africa that are doing well. And not because of Nessus quarter. Deliberate policy to change the lives of the people. Nessus quarter changes nothing. No, it does not. It does not make you relevant. If you build nice building for strangers to go sleep there and your people are living like, people in the Stone Age, what good is that? Again, Charles Darwin is still right. The survival of the fittest, the dying of the least suitable. The first law of survival is self-preservation. You have to seek your interest first before you build building for strangers. Seek the interests of the people first. The person, seek ye first the kingdom, and then everything will be added unto you. No, I say, seek ye first the people, and everything else will be added. Seek the people interests. Don't go to the kingdom. Seek the interests of the people, because when the people prosper, America is prospering because the people are prospering. The people know stuff, they're educated, they are sophisticated. And so once you empower the people, you'll relax. It will be a difficult society because when you have people with knowledge, it will be a challenge, but it's good for the society. You get a lot of people that know stuff, they're educated, they will innovate, they will build things, they will go into business. And then that's how the society start to grow. You don't build Nessus quarters. You don't be a monument builder. Build unnecessary structure, and then maintenance another thing. You can't maintain it. Sooner rather than later, those things will be over there. The grass will cover the whole place. No, build the people. The grass cannot grow on the people. Build the people. Once the people are sophisticated and know, they will maintain. They will build more buildings than what you are doing right now. Let's give Lester Blair, for example, smart young man. Let's say into one of those African countries, let a man get a master's degree. Let's send Zanwanya somewhere to the University of Liberia, and let him get a master's degree. Let's send our daughters over there, let's send them to university, let's send them to school so they can be participants. They can be relegated to the kitchen. No, let empower the people. That's what we're supposed to do. Let's go into agriculture so that we can produce food for ourselves. Let's send our children to medical school so we can have doctors and nurses. When the doctors and nurses, they will build their own nurses quarter when they want to. That's what we're supposed to do. You have to look at the strategic areas and invest in the people in that area. That's what you're supposed to do. So people are talking about STEMs. They're not talking about nurses quarter. The STEM subject: science, technology, engineering, mathematics. That's what rule the world right now. So you have to look at what we call the zeitgeist, or the zeitgeist. Other people say the spirit of the time. What is needed right now? People are competing. Knowledge competition. Technological revolution going on. And then the man saying being arcade structure. That's a quarter, palaver hall, town halls, and the people don't know nothing. It doesn't bother him. And then I'm here, and then people are calling me and say, oh, the guy, they said they want peace here, and the guy now transporting material to over there to build Nasa Quarter. And they say, oh, you're anti-development. No, I'm not anti-development. I'm anti-unnecessary development. Need less development. We don't need that kind of. We need human development. Human development, that's what we need right now. Once you develop the people, they will do stuff. Yes, they will do stuff. They will build a place. That's what we're supposed to do. So now, let me transition to something else here. Let me transition. Let me go to SINOE County for a second, and I'll get one more thing to talk about, and I'll be out. Those that want to participate, you can call in. A wise counsel from the sage to the political militants of Alice Noah. A wise counsel from the sage to the political militants of Alice Noah. All right, so I select my words carefully. All right, so the first thing, I'm the wise man of SINOE County. All right, I'm the sage. The sage is essentially a wise man. Okay, and so the sage, the wise man, giving wise advice. That's what the word counsel means. Okay, I'm about to give you an advice. Okay, I think they thought I'll come in and attack. No, I'm not attacking anybody. Today, don't attack. I'll try to educate you because you are my children. And I look at your small boys start a conference that I will listen to those guys like my children on the playground. You know, I kept my children on the playground, they be running around. So I was just laughing. I saw that they're doing press conference. I'm like, these boys got to come under the tutelage. You come under the guidance of Dr. Ayopode. Let me school you guys how to do proper politics, how to run decent campaign so that the people will respect you. And so I will just give you free knowledge right now, free advice to tell you that I'm not against Alexander Bordoa. I love the brother. I love all the people of SINOE County, but I have my perspective on you. Just the same way you have your perspective on me. When you say what you think of me, I'm not going to see you as an enemy. That's your view. And so I will look at your view and say, okay, you know, this is what you say. How can I make that to be good? How can I make me to grow from what that man said? And not to call a speech from you, okay? So what I'm about to say, you take it or you leave it. But it will be in your interest if you were to follow what I'm about to tell you, okay? So a wise counsel from the sage to the political militants. Number one, stop calling yourself militants, okay? Stop. We don't need militants. And you can call it political militants or militants. It's not a good, it doesn't, if you look at the etymology of the word, it's not a good word. You can use it in different contexts, but call yourself something decent. Lead a militant, and I'm a propagandist. You know, propagandist. So when somebody say we are the political propagandists of the person, I'm like, you know what? Propagandists are liars. That's a fancy way they will take small thing and then the rest of it around is also last. That's what propagandists do. So start calling yourself political propagandists of something about Noah or militants or those things. No, stop using those words. Find different words. You can say political maybe Liberator or Sonny Boy Noah. I mean, just find something you can come with something better, but start calling yourself militants. All right? Militancy doesn't change anything. It makes when I see your wedding hard, you're joking. I will say, it's not how I will say and crying battle cries and those things. No. So now let me get the word advice. So I just start calling yourself militant and start saying I'm a propagandist. Once you tell me I'm a propagandist, I just turn my ear around because you're about to lie to me. That's what it means. So, I mean, at certain words, I pay attention to people when it's talking. Now, the first thing when I listen to the young man, the guy, their play press conference, where they calling the great man name, and they don't want to pull, I said final player. They call it the old man, the chief, they'll call my name. My boys do. I love the guys. But now, the first thing I want to advise when I listen to you guys, stop calling names. Okay? I will advise you that. It's a sincere advice to you guys. Stop calling names. What you guys did when I listen, I mean, College Ebele is your opposition, right? What is it that she is bringing to Sino County? What is she saying? What is her plan? What is her record? Maybe you can criticize her on her record, what she had done, what she didn't do, and her platform, and criticize her on this thing. But don't go to her family. Don't start calling her husband Zoko and those things. No, I will advise you not to do that. Guess what? And when you do that, then you also invite the supporters of College Ebele or the other political guys, whoever you do that to go after other people's family. You don't want to do that. So when you're calling the man, the woman, husband, Zoko, how do you want a guy to can't go after Alison and Noah's wife? You don't want to. That's not fine. So leave. Y'all look at the issues. What is going on? What is unfolding? Y'all deal with the issue. Criticize each other agenda. I have a better agenda than College Ebele. Why I have a better agenda? And explain to us. And those are the things I want to hear. And start. So next time, I am the father, the advisor, the sage of Sino County. I will advise you to do the right thing. Next time, as a matter of fact, I will ask you to retract that. Don't call anybody Zoko. You know how people become Zoko in Liberia? You guys know the history. Because of those so-called politicians that came, they don't want to educate our children. And so they brought war and they gave them guns. And after they finished going to Abuja and different areas, they got the money, they enjoyed themselves, they sent their children out of the country, and the poor children after the war, they are left by themselves, they drug them and those things, and that's why they are called Zogos and Zogis. So stop calling your brothers and sisters those derogatory names. I will advise you to stop that. And number two, I look at your press conference and your whole group, you are still carrying this sort of masculinity around. Everything should be man. Your whole press conference, no one woman or there. So when you do that, you validate your opposition argument. Because I've been seeing argument on Facebook trending lately that Tony Boy Noah team is anti-women. And so you had a press conference and no one female was there. So that means you're validating your opposition, what they are saying. So incorporate women on your team. Let's empower our women too. We can't just put them in the kitchen. And then we, the political soldier, then all day, they can be too. Bring the women on board. It was a bad image for your press conference. Not one woman, no woman in Sino County, no woman from Sino County that are in Monrovia to join you guys. And so work on that. Another thing I want to advise you is to abort the generational change rhetoric. Okay? I heard that from you guys, and when my little brother came mounting the same generational thing, leave the generational change politics. All right? The chaos, the economic chaos that we have in Liberia, the poverty we have in Liberia, it is not about one generation. If you look at your Congress right now, you have a lot of young people over there in that place. What are they doing? So it should not be about generation. It should be about good people, whether you are old or young. All generations, let's put heads together. Let's find the right way forward for our place and not be putting the other generation against the other generation. And meanwhile, your generation has no history. You are building on the generation. Yeah, the generation before you, they may have had their flaws. Okay? And just the same way you got flaws. So look at the generation before you. What have they done for you? Oh, I can think of something. You were oppressed before. Your forefathers. The freedom you have right now, they never had it before. They fought for you to have what you are right now. So you can't say generational change. They put our generation aside. Yes, they have flaws the same way you have flaws. Look at the positives. Look at the good things they did. And let's build on that. And I say, oh, that other generation is at fault. Let's put it aside. That is not how you build a good nation. That is how you build a good society. Incorporate us, all generations. Put them together. Bring the elders and everybody else. Bring your ideas. Go to consult them. You all work together. Let's build SINOE County. All right? That's the 3 pieces of advice I give for you. If you want to take them, fine. If you don't, all right, you can go with a generational change. And when you do, once you do that, there are certain people in generation and say, oh, that person, they want 20-year-old to go for others on the board now. So once you're above 40 or you in a 60, they're not like your business. And you want to go to that green GELEO team. Anybody over 60 years, don't listen to them. You know, that's the kind of, you have the gender, or let's just say the what you call it, demographic gap. You know, gap that way. Demographic, you know, based on your age and your whatever you are. So we don't get time for the geriatric. No, we don't have time for. They are old people. No, you don't do that. All right, get everybody. In fact, as a matter of fact, do what Rwanda is doing. I was reading about Rwanda. I said, why is Rwanda doing well in Africa? And they were doing a couple of things. If you look at your Congress, in Liberia, the people that are disabled, they call them crippled people. They call them all the derogatory names. Nobody in Congress representing those people's interests. And so the Rwanda government, I was reading about them, what they did, they have a seat for the people in Congress. So when you are disabled, you understand the plight of your people, so you can advocate for them better. They have people in Congress for the young generation, the advocate, because when you're young, you understand what the young people need. The same thing, the elders, so they have people in different sectors, you know. So let's start thinking and being inclusive and start being, put the other generation, and you, when you look at your history, our generation, what can we contribute? Nothing. And then you say, oh, the other generation, I see people, they progressive, they didn't do nothing. I said, what are they thinking? You don't understand the struggle that people went through to have what you have right now. All right, so that's just a little advice of mine. My little kids over there, I saw them. I was just laughing. This is the wise male son of country you're talking to. Yeah. So when you talk, you got to be very thoughtful. So now when you have your teleconference, you call me and say, "Bibara, what do you think? This is what we want to say." Send it to me. I will look at it. I will give a vibe before you come public, before you be embarrassed. Especially when you call him a name, whatever you're saying should be correct. I get beat up. I get beat up for that too. I get wise beat up because again, I don't want to talk to the elders. You see, in the old generation, so you don't want to talk to them. You don't want to talk to the women. Oh, the women, they belong in the kitchen. But I talk to all of them. I ask them questions. Everybody get a perspective. I go to somewhere. I say somewhere. What do you think? All the young people, you don't be arrogant and bombastic and you think you know everything. Talk to everybody. The little kid said, my kid ready. Said, Daddy can't want to talk to you. I go and sit down on the floor. They will tell me whatever they want to tell. That's how you learn. Everybody gets something. You can just listen. Some good, some not good. You just filter out the information and use what is best. All right, now let's get to the final thing here before it's about, yeah. I think I'm right on time. And then I'll look at some of your comments. And if somebody wants to call, fine. If you don't, I think you got some knowledge from that, so you put it. So I call this terror in the camp of Green Code GELEO. As former National Chair Lady Joyce SEEYON intensifies her campaign to bring GELEO and his followers under the national administration of President Francois Myers. Let me see. There's a typo over there. We got to put that S there before I be the president who holds me in content. So let me see the character thing. I think the character, a lot of characters there that were me having an issue over there. All right. Gotta do it from the other angle. So okay, so what I want to talk about is this. I'll make that correction later, Madam President. I don't want to spoil your name like that. So I will do it from the other device. All right, so we want to talk a little bit about the former national chair lady, former national chair lady. now of the Green Code GELEO Association, Madam SEEYON. Let me make quick correction here on something. We can go in the president name of the studio, and then we'll go to banner, and let me do the editing quick right here. All right, good. Things should be good now. So, Francis, we gotta. Yes, President Francis. So we say terror in the camp of Green GELEO, as former National Chair Lady JOYCE, or man JOYCE. I mean, again, my stuff it got words limit, so that's why I don't post certain title. A lot of time we have to pull, our mothers and the queens that title, Madam, but because the character, because I see there 200 characters, that's why I had to reduce it. I couldn't put Francis names. I just abbreviated. I put C instead of putting the Francis CLARKE MYER, so because the characters are too much. All right, so that's it. Terror in the camp of Green Code GELEO, or Green GELEO, as former National Chair Lady Madam JOYCE intensifies her campaign to bring GELEO and his followers under the national administration of President Francis MYER. Now, we don't have the time. We are going to play the video and do an analysis. When Madam JOYCE, the chair lady of the Green Code GELEO Association, when they returned to Minnesota, all right, let me see the one that has her. That's her right here, and that's Madam Ross. When they came to Pennsylvania to go in town for the burial this weekend, again, they called President MYER, made a resonator with them. They found logic in it, so they say, you know what, Madam President will work with you. So you saw the beautiful videos and images on all over Facebook. I published some of them. So when the chair lady or the former chair lady got home, we returned home to Minnesota, the Mujahideen of Green Code GELEO, they got angry. They were angry. Why you go over there and you were dining and whining with Francis MYER and you're taking pictures, you're laughing like that, like you are not seeing you in your whole life what the election was all about. So they start questioning the woman and criticizing her. Oh, so Francis now, she has won you over, and so you went over there and you're all excited. You are playing, you turn to DJ and all those things. They start saying all those things. So Madam JOYCE being convicted because she said during that convention, she said, my goal right now, when this guy interpreted Cody Morris, he said, my goal right now is to unite the people so the people can say anything they want to say about me. So Madam JOYCE, she went off on those guys. She said, I told you guys, my mission right now, the conflict created by Green Code GELEO is harming our people, both back home and in the U.S. And I made a mistake. And I realized my mistake. And a wise one is the one who realizes his or her mistake and correct it. And so she said, I made a mistake and I kept carrying the guy on my back. I have to take him from my back. Because the interest of the people is supreme. It's not the interest of Green Code GELEO. So those of you that are saying, why am I dining and whining and celebrating with Francis MYER, you are wrong. The woman is the president of the union. And the people say, you know what, let's come under one umbrella. The woman called. She made a call. Let's use the death of our son to unite our people. And you guys are coming after me for that. Say whatever you may. I am taking my husband, the elder Boyce, to join the union. We are moving from beyond green. So whatever you guys do, if you want to have your own cabal over there, that's fine. I am not going to be with you. Imagine JOYCE living Green Code GELEO. Now, what terror is in the camp right now? Because that's the backbone of the Green Code GELEO Association in America or in Minnesota. And so the guys are terrified right now. They're scared. Since the woman went public, since she went on Facebook, they can't say what? Nobody can say what. She shot all of them up. She said, when you try, I will take my money from you. And Green one be, you know, you are brave Borada. So the woman, and the woman he told when you are inside, he said, money making machine, I want 60,000 right now so I can build more palaver huts. And so the woman started building, and their convention over there, they generated $60,000 pledges, you know. So the woman said, if you do it, I will take my pledges from you. She want Facebook. So right now, Green called you, call the woman quick. Or went to a place and say, man, don't listen to the people there, and don't listen to them. And I the real people there. That you guys are the real people for me. So whatever you say, so man, Joyce is up to something good. And that's what I want to see. That's what mothers do. Mothers, they bring people together. When the child is wrong, they chastise us, and then they still bring us under the same roof. That's what you're supposed to do. You are playing a decent role now. Bring the people, but man, Joyce, why it is true that I support your campaign. Tell Green Code you to get our $90,000. Once that money is deposited in the account, you will see radically my speech will change. You know, I control the direction of the community where we go. And so once you tell Green Code Geo and Darius, whoever has the money, turn the $90,000 over, you will see the rhetoric, my speech will change instantly. And you will see the people say, the guy who are on fire, how come now he's doing this? Because I have the tools to bring the community together in the right. And I will maintain the position. I'm not dividing the community. What I'm doing right now, people say, oh, you're dividing it. No. I didn't eat money. I didn't disrespect anybody. I didn't cuss people out. I wouldn't say what is going on. If corruption going on, I bring the corruption people, I show it to you. And so that's what I'm doing. Because I want the stealing to stop. Because when people steal, we support them and say, oh, our own people. No, you can't make your brother shame or you can't make your sister shame now. All right? We can't make your sister shame now. You know. So I'll look at some of the communication that are coming out. I want to see what the people are saying. All right. So the woman, I mean, some things she said, all right. Yeah, some people are sending me words of advice. I will hack into that. Yeah. All right. So, but that's something that I will consider once we start getting I want the money first. Other people that say, oh, they'll bring out the rhetoric down, the fracas in the community. Okay, I spare your views. SEEYON Combre, thank you so much. The great progressive. Yeah, thank you so much. But we have to retrieve our money first. If you want me to de-escalate, then let the people start getting money first. Once you get the money, I will just make a call. I'll call the Honorable Chairman of the Board of Directors of the United SARPO Association, Dr. Reverend Taliesin Fale. I will call the Cleopatra of the SARPO Nation, the President of the United SARPO Association, President Francis Myers. And I'll say, I beseech you in the name of the elders, the great progenitors of our land, to forgive our son. Now that he has given the 90,000, we are forgetting all of Yama. You know, maybe we can consider that. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not saying it will be forgetting, but maybe we'll consider it. But once that is not done, and somebody say, "Oh, you know what? Tone down the rhetoric, tone down the tension." Why am I tuning down? If I'm not being appeased, I have to be appeased. And in order to appease me, you have to get the money so we can take care of our people. It's not about me again. It's about our people. The Bob Mel will say the masses or the hoi polloi. Let's seek the interest of the hoi polloi. And we can seek the interest of the bourgeois. They like the Green Code Geo. That one sleeping five-star hotel. That one sleeping air conditioner, Nasi Quarter. The people don't sleep there. No. And so that's why he's building these things. I want something that will make the people potent, that will make the people relevant. When they say, yes, the people are signing counter to speaking, some people will start to listen because we have the intellectual power, the innovative power, the business power, and those things. How people respect you. And so the national chair lady, she on the right track. But just complete the process, madam. Make sure get the money for green and put it in our account. Game over. No more talking from that side. You put it. I will bring your account and praise you, the queen you are. You are our mother. I will start to praise you. But in as much you can, it means you don't want to concentrate. So now you look at the president of our union, Madam President Frances Clark Myers. Then you say, Frances, I know that you're a friend, but now she is our president. So come on, go put a title there, even though Frances doesn't care for all the titles. But you can't call Green Code Geo president, the president. Then you don't call the president, and you call Frances. She's your friend. I understand that. She doesn't care about titles, agreeing like the title stuff, the man, Dr. Honorable, Archbishop, the Supreme Leader, the Alpha, the Minute. I mean, you call the name for Green. But Frances believes in simplicity. Frances is fine with her. But at least put that title there small now too. She's not demanding it. She subscribes to the philosophy of the great people. Like Dr. King. People don't even call it, so now they will say MLK. Finish. They don't put all that doctor there. The other man that you can be worshiping say, they don't say bishop, archbishops, the supreme leader, Jesus. They say Jesus. Finish. They don't put all the titles. Yeah, your God said, that's what God is supreme. So now the people won't be fancy. The omnipotent, the omnipresent, the omniscient, the omnibenevolent, the poor about so now say God. So, Madam Frances, you didn't care for all those titles, Frances is fine, but at least put a title there and chair lady. I'm calling you chair lady too, even though I'm speaking in the past. So call a woman title. Don't be afraid. Green, you control Green. Green doesn't control you, so don't be afraid to call a woman president. She is your president. She is your president. Your own decision you made in Florida, not Florida, but North Dakota. That's what brought Frances to power. You say in North Dakota and say, oh, the next convention should go to Florida. That's why we should go host convention. In keeping with that, Madam Chair Lady, we went to Florida and Frances came to power. So call the title. Don't be ashamed. Don't call Green. You can call Green the Minnesota Association president, but call Frances the national president. Something like that. But your move, I think you are on the right track. It's time to rebuke those people. Rebuke them. If you want to come on my show so I can help you, so we can rebuke the people that want to hold our community back, come. Come on, Madam JOYCE. I mean, it's not late yet. It's not late. Frances, we are community. We are the same people here. So the father will misunderstand. We are not understanding. I mean, we have a little misunderstanding. Does that mean you guys should call a speech? You did the right thing. I talked to everybody. I apologize to my sister. Leah, Biko. That's how it's supposed to be. You can't insult our ladies. I'm not so they are, I get information. Why would I get the biggest more, the loudest more in San County. I don't want to go look for a rescue team and go send information to a stranger. I can do it. I can measure, I can talk all day if I wanted to talk. So why would I send information to somebody to disrespect the women and who I'm supporting, who I am protecting? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you so much. I want to look at your comments, but damn it. By 2:45, I gotta be out of here. Let's see someone coming at training right now. Unity is our goal. Thanks, Monosia. Yeah, she on the right track right now. I'm watching. Haha, how you doing, Zena? Mr. Modbo, how you doing? Mr. Esther, it is not time yet to tune down yet. The aggressive and passionate information keeping awareness of the U.S. No, I'm not tuning down until we get good results. Right now, the tension will be high. Green will not sleep. Unless, since the chair lady wants peace and Madam Ross wants peace, the first step to achieving peace is to bring the $90,000. Then we'll also, then at least I will deflocculate my speech. As of now, the two job was in what on total back. All right, so let me see. I wish you the best. See you next. God bless. Okay, I don't know who you were talking to. That's God's son. The remedy for corruption and good outcome for the benefit of the people is Let the people craft their own development agenda or plans and give it to the leaders and ensure these agendas are fully implemented. All the leaders must ask their people what they want for themselves in terms of tangible development efforts. Okay, so that's a good advice, and that's what we have been doing. We agree as a group, went to Florida or whatever convention, we say this is what we want. And that's what, but when our former president, you say, you know, I don't follow why you're doing, why you say I'm doing my own thing. You know, so if you have a good leader, the leader will listen. If you have a bad leader, the man does his own thing. I'm watching from Joazen. Okay, thank you. Well said, my brother. Do not quit. What are you talking about? Quiet, worried, running away from the war. No, we are not running away from the battle. We'll stay on, Mr. Panto. Thanks for your apology, Docs. I put in no problem. My president, I'm not too big to apologize. You know, again, I'm still learning. And so when I go wrong, I should apologize, especially again, my elder, my father. I deeply apologize to all the people, the citizens of the SARPO land. If my statement may offend you, I apologize. I think for now, I shouldn't say may. If I offend you, I deeply apologize. And we'll have to go and propitiate the elder with a quota. Doc, quiet. So you put the esoteric, keep doing what you know best, speak the truth. Thank you. Jerry Massaqua, Jerry Massaqua said, all the way, Massaqua, all the way, Massaqua. Yes, we got to speak the truth and without fear or favor. Oh, for the truth shall set you free, says the Holy Bible of God. I don't know, sometimes the truth can kill you. That can or kill by saying the truth. So the truth doesn't always set you free. Absolutely not. Do not keep quiet. The chair is there. Continue the neutral liberation campaign. There you go. I agree. You got my support, Sapo boy at Jerry Massaqua. Okay. Jerry Massaqua must go. That's right. I'm watching from the clean city, Everfargo, North Dakota. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Ayapura, for doing what you just did. Thank you, sis. Jerry is a good guy, oh man. You are not wrong about something you don't know. All right, that's right. You are smart, intelligent, educated, and you are a man of culture. Respect and honor for Swinians and others are key values in our culture, Dr. Ayapura. Thanks, son. Thank you, Reverend. Those are the people I've been learning from. The great Reverend. I learned from him, my former teacher. That's SARPO people for you in there, my brother Madison. I know, right? I just got on a live broadcast. Watch my question. Okay. Coming for all the updates and breakdown this weekend to you. Okay. Patience, how are you? Thanks for following. This is my question to you, Mr. Hoster. Do Madam President inform the other parties about the killing of Kyle as reunion of the both teams? Madam President says she's going to convene a meeting with everybody, especially her side. I mean, the national leadership, you know, so they can have a meeting and then they will come out with what they want to do. You know, I miss you. You will call me. Oh, okay, I will call you. I don't know who you're talking to. That me or somebody else. What kind of a mommy, a bano, her child, mother, Maji, you know? Okay, I think that Maji, you know, she was speaking to. This will not be fair. We are sorry, but it's not fair. It is. But we have to do it both ways. Yes, that's brilliant idea from the elders. You all should accept that for reunion the SARPO community. All right. Amen. Hallelujah. Bring the English down small. Okay, I will do so. I join you to apologize to our revered diplomat, our Reverend diplomat elder to Suah. Thank you. I'm watching from Jacksonville, Florida. Oh Lord, how are we to understand the English today? Sorry. So now you can come, like the great man would say, you can come like the rider of the gun. I mean too, my son. I'm your dad. Thank you, Reverend. That's right. I have to eye you next time. You are also part of the queue. I agree. I don't know either at all. She said the vice president too. Do we allow to call in today? Yes, he just did. Okay. The great warriors, the great warrior of the SARPO land, stuff of that nature. Hi, GS. What's up, CHAIRLADY? What's up? Damn it, time is up for the SN. I gotta go. I'm watching you from the press bureau of SINOE. Okay. I think I go through the comments already. Basically, I'm up to the last comments down here. You are doing a very great job, and so keep the pressure on. Okay, thank you, the great soldier. Watching from Norway, how you doing, Alfred? Thanks for joining us. Okay, guys, we are off for the day. We are all looking forward to a peaceful resolution. However, the negotiating should be upfront with the SARPO people before we can meet at peace table. Okay. Agreement have to be done before signature. So let's come together first, and everything will be in place. Okay. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that being said, I want to say thank you so much for joining Voice of Tano. Assemblée, a problema, tous agréments. A Guidoba, a Gabuja, tous agréments. A Guidoba, a problema, tous agréments. Assemblée, a Gabuja, tous agréments. Have a good day, guys. I'm out.